Hello, everybody. Um, my yogurt is covered with towels and it's pushed back, and it'll be like that till tomorrow morning. Um, I probably won't check it till about 6 because that's when I started it. I also made. I had raspberries and I had strawberries and a banana in separate bags. I cooked the strawberries first with some sugar, and oh, it set up so nice. It tasted so good. I was tempted to put it on some toast. And the strawberries and the bananas, they taste really good too. They're not as gelled. The raspberries gelled like that because they're very tart fruit anyway. So they do. You don't have to add pectin to them. They just seem to do it on their own. Um, but I did the crock pot method. It was very easy. You just get your milk out. Well, it probably would help if you take your milk out and let it set for a while. But pour as much as you want in there, half a gallon, if whatever your, you know, how much you like yogurt. And just turn your crock pot on low. Leave it like that for 2 hours. A timer, I set the alarm on my phone. Um, and don't mess with the lid. Don't pick it up and look, nothing. And then at the end of 2 hours, you turn the crock pot off and you unplug it. And the reason you unplug it is that it can be accidentally turned on and you wouldn't know, and that would mess it up. So, and then I set an alarm and I let it set for 3 hours. So then I got my yogurt out and I put it in a bowl with my glass measuring cup, and I had something to stir it up with. And now you have to remember, you have to think about how you want your yogurt. If you want it flavored, well, if you use that kind of flavor, the whole yogurt's going to be that way. So if you like plain yogurt or you like to add your own stuff to flavor it, then use plain yogurt. But it has to be vitamin D live cultures. So I wouldn't recommend using, um, I don't know, like my daughter got me Carb Master. I wouldn't recommend using that or Fit and Active. Use the vitamin D milk. I mean, it's going to be the high calorie, but that's where you're going to get your most benefit. Now, I did use vanilla yogurt. So after I swirled it around in there and mixed it up and everything in there, you can smell that the milk and everything was like vanilla. But that's what I wanted. So I would say either use vanilla or plain. And then you just mix it through your milk, um, and make sure it's well incorporated. Like you take a cup of milk out of the crock pot, put it in your bowl with your yogurt, stir it up really good, then put it back in the crock pot and incorporate that in the milk. Then what you do is you wrap a bath towel, or I've got two big um, dish towels on it, and that helps hold in the heat and stuff. And you just put the lid on, wrap it up, push it back, leave it alone. And it's pretty easy, I thought. I hope it turns out. Um, because if you think about it, if this turns out and I take out like a half a cup of yogurt and store it, then it's only going to cost me, anywhere from $1.09 to $1.79 or whatever milk, like vitamin D milk, costs. So you're going to get quite a bit for $1.79. And then if you want fruit and stuff like that, um, you can put anything in there you want. You can put honey and bananas. You can put maple syrup. Just anything. Granola. You can put it on top of your granola and slice up strawberries or bananas or whatever. But it's going to really be, if you eat a lot of yogurt, this would be the smartest way to go. So, right now it's resting. I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to let it set. Then tomorrow, when I get up, I'm going to check it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the liner of the crock pot, the pot out, and I'm putting it in the refrigerator and let it cool down. And then I'm going to use the lid to the crock pot and strain all the whey or the watery stuff off of it. You don't want that in there. So when you first open up the lid and look at it, don't stir it. Don't do nothing. Just put it in the refrigerator and separate the liquid from the solid. And then what you do after that's done is you put it in, I've seen people put it in plastic pitchers. I've seen people put it in canning jars, or any kind of jar you have if you keep it, I wash out a lot of jars and stuff. And you can fill them up with that, put a cap on it, and put in your refrigerator. It'll last 2 weeks. 2 weeks. It will last you 2 weeks. So it depends on what you use. If I seen a lady make 3 gallons, she had 2 pans of milk going. She put a gallon in each pan, and then she topped it off with the 3rd gallon. But she has quite a few children, and they like the yogurt and stuff. So I would say if you're wanting to try this, do like I did. Use like a half a gallon of vitamin D milk and a half a cup, 6 ounces to a half a cup of vitamin D Life Culture yogurt, plain or vanilla. It's your preference. Now, if you think you might want to use this yogurt like they do sour cream and stuff, you're going to want to make it plain. And then you can add your fruit, your sugars, your flavorings. And then if you want it for other things, you can use yogurt just like you do sour cream. So you can do that. I wanted to see, this seems fairly simple. I've also watched YouTube videos on how to make cream cheese, the Philadelphia cream cheese. Haven't thought about trying that yet. I'm all about if this is easy. This is easy. 200, dump it in there, 200, or for 2 hours on low. Then shut it off, unplug it, leave it set for 3 hours. After 3 hours, mix a cup with the yogurt you have. Stir it up, incorporate it, wrap towels around it, and just let it set till tomorrow. 1, 2, 3. So, and of course, if you want to, if you have strawberry jam or you can use stuff like that to flavor it too. So, I will be back tomorrow and I'll tell you how it did. If I can get my computer over there, I might be able to show you, but that's another. This doesn't, it only does front recordings. It doesn't do like your phones will for the back part, so that's kind of hard to do. So I just wanted to tell you, oh, I'm tired. And my legs are hurting. I wanted to go to the pantry today, but I did so much yesterday with making homemade macaroni, roasting a chicken, making bread pudding, that I did too much yesterday. And they're probably going to be bothering, my legs will probably bother me tomorrow because I did a lot today too. So I could not stand to think about going down to a pantry and standing and waiting. So I didn't go. You know, there is stuff we need, but we'll get along. So anyway, I'll talk to you tomorrow. You have a great day and do what you find that makes you happy. Bye.